Hi everyone! Happy Family Literacy Day! My name's Jen, and I am running this Scratch Your Name Family Literacy Day program. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to use Scratch, which is a free drop and drag coding program that you can access online on your internet browser that allows you to create your own mini animations. So today I'm going to show you how to animate your name. So I'm going to show you how to turn your name, your favorite letters, or your initials into a cartoon. Let's get started. To begin, you're going to open up an internet browser. So I'm going to go ahead and open Google Chrome because that's my browser of choice. So open your internet up. Once you have your internet open, your internet browser open, you're going to go into the URL bar up here and you're going to type scratch.mit.edu. And that'll redirect us to the Scratch website. So once you're here, there's two different ways that you can get into the creator interface. So the place where you get to build your animation, where you get to make your cartoon. You can either click on the create button up here, or you can click on start creating down here. They're both going to take you to the same place. I'm going to click start creating. It's going to take me into the Scratch coding program. So this is what the Scratch coding program looks like. So when you first enter, over here, you have all of your codes. So on this very left-hand side, you have all of your codes. So these are all the directions for your cartoon. So it's everything that your cartoon is gonna do. You can find the directions right there. Here in this box is where you're gonna build your code. You're gonna build your instructions out of these pieces from over here. And over here is where you'll get to see your cartoon and see it following those instructions that you wrote for it. They're following the code. So this box here, if you haven't used Scratch before and you want to get a little bit more comfortable with it, it's actually a tutorial to teach you the very basics of Scratch. So if you want to learn more about Scratch, go ahead and pause the video now and click this play button and it'll lead you through a tutorial. If you're ready to get started animating your name, then what I'm going to get you to do is close this tutorial. So you're going to click the X in the top right-hand corner of this green box and it will close. Perfect. The next thing I'm going to get you to do is we're going to delete this little cartoon character here, this little cat. He's called a sprite. And what sprites are they're the characters, letters, or objects that we animate in our cartoon, that we give actions to in our cartoon, that we make move. But because we're animating our name today, or our favorite letters, or our initials, we don't need this little cat cartoon in our animation box. So to get rid of him, we're gonna come down to the bottom here, and we're gonna click this trash button on the top of him. And that deletes him for us. Great. But now, what we need to do is we need to add the letters of our name that we're gonna animate. We need to add the letters of our name to our animation box here. So to do that, you click this button down here, and it says, see how it says choose a sprite? That's exactly what we want to do. So you can click the choose a sprite button and it brings us here. So these are all of the little characters and objects that you're able to give actions to in this program, that you're able to make move and dance and fly. Okay, today we're animating the letters of our name. So we're going to type letters. We type letters in this search bar up here, and what happens is all the letters that we can animate pop up. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the letters of our name. So you can scroll down and you see there's different fonts and colors. So you can choose which ones you like the best. I'm going to animate the first three letters of my name, which is Jen. So I'm going to animate a J, an E, and an N. So first thing I'm going to enter is the J. So I'm going to click on the J. And there it is, it pops up in my little animation box there. Fantastic. So now I have to go back to my little sprite button and add the E. So I'm going to type letters again. And I'll scroll down and I'll click on the E to enter the E in. Perfect. And finally, I'm going to go and look for the N. So I click that little sprite button. I type in letters. And I find the N that I like. Fantastic. At this point, you can click and you hold your cursor down, you hold the button down, and you can drag the letters anywhere you want in your little animation box here. So I'm gonna put mine right in the center for now. So now I'm gonna choose a background for my animation, so the setting of my cartoon. To do that, I come down to this little backdrop button in the bottom right-hand corner there, and I'm gonna click on that. And right away, all of these really fantastic backgrounds pop up. Because the theme for our Family Literacy Day today is winter, I'm gonna look for some winter backgrounds. So when I type in winter, a couple of backgrounds pop up. We have slopes and a winter tree background. Next, I'm gonna type in snow to see if anything changes. Ooh, so there's a cool mountain backdrop here. Excellent. Right now, maybe I'll do this Arctic background because I think that looks really cool and wintry. So I'm gonna click on that, and my background becomes the Arctic winter background. Fantastic. So now I'm gonna place my letters where I want them in my animation box. Next, it's time to give the letters of our names some movements and some actions and some things that they can do. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the very first letter. And so you don't click it on the animation, you click it down at the bottom here. And so I know that I have it selected because the box has turned blue, right? And up here, I can see who I'm giving instructions to, the letter J. If I click on the letter E, now I'm gonna be giving instructions to the letter E, and if I click on the letter N, now I'm giving instructions to the letter N. So let's start off with the first letter, that letter J. So the first thing you're gonna do is go to the Events tab over here. So it's the one that's a little bit more yellowy. This one, the control's a little more orange. We're gonna go to the yellow tab here on Events on the very left-hand side. And we're gonna grab this when Start, so that's the Start flag, is clicked. So whenever we click the Start flag, any instructions that are attached to this guy, the letter J will follow. So if we tell the letter J to jiggle from side to side, it'll do that. If we tell it to change colors, it'll do that too. If we tell it to spin or meow or whatever we want, the letter J will follow those instructions when we hit this button here. Okay, when we hit that Start button. So now let's give it some actions to follow. I want you to go ahead and grab this or click this motion button here, so the bluest one, the very bluest one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our J, the letter J, to spin around, to turn in a circle. So we'll drop and we will drag that and attach it to our when Start is clicked command, okay? So we have turn 15 degrees. So when I click Start, the letter J is going to turn 15 degrees. Excellent. Next, let's go to the Looks tab over here. So the Looks tab is the one that's a darker purple. We're gonna click on that darker purple and we're gonna look and see what we want it to do. So let's get it to, let's get it to change color. So you see this change color effect by 25. So we're gonna click on that and pop it in. And you can play around with these numbers, so if you want it to turn more or change color less, you can do that. So I'm gonna get it to change color by an effect of 10. So all I did was click on that and enter the word, or enter the numbers 1, 0. Perfect, so now it's gonna turn, it's going to change color, and next, let's go to sound. So sound is the pink button over here. And under sound, we have all of the sound controls. So let's get it to make a sound whenever we press that button. So we'll do the play sound until done. Fantastic. So now it's gonna make a sound. Awesome. So now that we've added that sound, we wanna make it so that when we click this Start button, the Start flag, that all of our letters, not just the J, also have movements to do. And if we want to make them synchronized, if we want them to all do the same movements and look the same, kind of like a little dance where it's choreographed, then what we need to do is we need to give the letter E and the letter N the same code and the same instructions that we've given the letter J. So we've given them when Start is clicked, turn 15 degrees, change color by an effect of 10, and play the pop sound until done. So we need to make the exact same set of instructions for the letter E. So I'm going to click on the letter E. And now I know that I'm giving instructions to the letter E because it's up here and it's highlighted in blue. And I'm going to go back to my events and I'm going to grab the when clicked. Then I'll go to my motion and I'll drop and drag the turn by 15 degrees. I'll grab looks and I will change the color effect by 10. And then I will go to sound and play pop sound until done. So then we can flip back to the J and make sure that they're the exact same. Looks good to me. Now let's do that one more time for the letter N. So once again, we go to events, when clicked, and we go to motion. We're gonna get it to turn 15 degrees. We go to looks, we're gonna get it to change color by an effect of 10. And then if we go to sound, we're gonna get it to play a pop sound until done. Perfect. Then once again, we just check to make sure that they're all the same. Looks good to me. Now that all of our letters have the same set of instructions, we're gonna add one more control. So you're gonna go into this control one over here. So it's orange. And you're gonna look, and so you can either do repeat 10 times, so it'll do this set of instructions 10 times before it stops, or you could make it go forever until you hit stop. So just for fun, I'm gonna do the forever one. So you're gonna click this and drag it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna drag it so that it's on top of the blue one, on top of our turn, and it will grab everything underneath of it and put it in there. So it's gonna repeat all of this stuff forever and ever until you tell it to stop. So we're gonna go back to our E and we'll add that again. So we're adding forever. And then we'll go to the J and we'll add forever right above the blue one. Ta-da. Okay, now that our animation is on a loop, so it's gonna keep repeating, we're ready to click start. So remember, our start flag looks like this. Here we go. Wow, that was pretty funny. That was pretty fun. I really encourage you to play around with all of the controls because there's so many more than what I've just shown you. You can make some really fun cartoons. You can animate your name however you like. But until then, congratulations! You just created your first Scratch animation. You scratched your name. You animated your name, your favorite letters, or your initials. I want to thank you guys for participating and scratching your name today. If you want to learn more, in the video description, I've put some links to some other Scratch activity cards and video tutorials so you can keep exploring and keep learning. But other than that, I want to wish you all a safe and happy and fun and wintry Family Literacy Day. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you around. Bye for now.